adoration. He is our hope, the Holy One. Oh, tu l'Adonai Kito, ki leolam chasto. Tu l'Adonai Kito. Here we bow in adoration, giving thanks for all He's done. Here we stand in revelation. We are redeemed by the Son. Oh, to l'Adonai Kito, ki leolam chasto. Oh, His love endures. Oh, He is good forever. Oh, He is good. Oh, His love endures. Oh, He is good forever. And His love endures. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good.
Shalom, shalom. How's everybody doing? Welcome again to another Stop the Pain program. We're here from very sunny and yet very breezy Hawaii. So those of you again that are experiencing any other type of weather that's not so conducive to good living, come and visit us. All right, you're always welcome. With that, Lisa, how are you doing? I think you get a mic hook up for her too, right? Can you hook one up for her when you get the chance?
Too far away.
The mic? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess Lisa's gonna have to yell. She's gonna have to talk very loudly. Was it my frozen?
No, you got the green screen on you because I have time to set you up. So.
Oh, okay. Well, hook me up, man. Come on. We got Alan over here. Alan Pagbut's with us today, and again, Isaac again is our technician, and as you can tell, we're getting everything set up over here. And so, if I'm looking pale, sick green, that's because Isaac wants me to be. You know. Who's in the chat? Hi, Tammy. I know you're there.
Yep, Tammy's there. Still waiting for people to come.
Okay, that's all right. We will again teach a class because other people can watch this program later on at their convenience.
Yeah, Isaac, do you want to set it up now?
Oh, he's gonna put up the screen now. So that's gonna be the backdrop. So, today we got doing this study for this portion of the nutrition, which is slash our body, our organs. In order to have good nutrition for our body, we need to understand our body. And in order to understand our body, we need to understand the organs that are in our bodies so that we can actually get an idea of what they do, what they need, and how they function. Because, again, it's a concert. It is. It's an orchestra where you have all these different instruments working together. And today's organ that we're going to be talking about is going to be very important. I never knew so much about it until the study, and now I know more. And now I'm actually equipped to take care of my special 2 organs that we're going to be talking about, okay? And yes, I'm not talking about pianos or musical organs. I am talking about these things in our body that keeps us ticking, okay? So, with that, why don't I open up in prayer and we can begin, all right? Father, we praise you and glorify you. We know that we're nothing without you, and that all glory goes to you because you have created us in a marvelous, unique way. And that, Lord, if we only understood how our bodies work, we could see that this is not an evolution thing, but a God thing. That you designed us, and you fabricated us, and you fashioned us the way we are. And yet, Lord, when we fail to do the things that are necessary for our body, we start to break down. And this is what we want to address today. So, Lord, open up our hearts, our minds, so that we can understand our body more, and we can attend to it more appropriately. We thank you again for all this, and for the people here as well. In Yeshua's name, amen. So welcome again, everybody. Last week, we discussed again what chronic diseases was. And it's a disease and condition that lasts about 3 months or more, if it only would last 3 months, right? Normally, it's after 3 months, if you've still got the same thing, it's going to last for a while longer until you do some drastic actions to correct it. And again, the key to healing chronic disease is giving the human cell the nutrition it needs in order to regrow new, unhindered, untainted cells so that we will be functioning at 100% again, not the numbers that we have now, and that's why we're sick, okay? When we have new cells inside our bodies, guess what? Chronic pain stops, all right? So with that in mind, this week we're going to go over the importance of the liver and gallbladder, okay? Liver and gallbladder. And honestly, I didn't know much about the gallbladder. I knew a little bit about the liver. I eat liver with bacon and onion, so, but this is not what we're talking about today. This is not a food show. This is about keeping our vital organs healthy. And let me show you first what the gallbladder is, okay? Right here, you see that green thing? Kind of looks like Kermit the Frog, okay? Well, green like Kermit. That's your gallbladder. It is poised and positioned right under the liver, this big pink thing. And as you notice in the cutaway, you'll see all these arteries, these how can I say this? These tubes that are going into the actual liver. Because what the gallbladder does is it is a storage tank for bile made by the liver, okay? Bile, that's what the liver does. It makes bile, okay? And it shoots it out to the body for, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's stored in the gallbladder. And this is what we're going to talk about first, is the gallbladder, okay? But what is bile? I have my first question. It stores bile. Great. What's bile? Well, bile is there for, again, God is so good. Bile, also known as gall, is a thick and sticky yellow-green fluid made by the liver, okay? Now, what does bile do? It breaks down the fats that we eat into fatty acids so that they can be absorbed through our body, okay? And that's in our digestive tract. Now, when I say fats, last week I spoke about nutrition, about eating good fats, you know? And the good fats, if you're not sure what good fats are, you're new to the program, go back to last week's program. I've got a whole list with pictures and everything about what are good fats to eat. Okay, and just some of them are, you know, cold water fishes, salmon, halibut, cod, nuts, olive oils, you know, avocado. Those are the type of fats that our body needs. And believe it or not, our body needs a lot of it. A lot. A 200-pound person like myself requires 40 pounds of fat, good fat, okay, over a 8-week period. That's 5 pounds of fat a week. Now, that's what is broken down by the bile, okay? And bile's other important functions include getting rid of certain waste products in our bodies, because our body secretes waste after it's used. One of them is hemoglobin, okay? Hemoglobin is a protein that comes from destroyed red blood cells and excess cholesterol, okay? So know this, bile is what our body needs to digest and break down, emulsify what foods we have in our stomach so that the nutrition of those items can go throughout our body. And our body needs a lot of it, okay? The gallbladder often becomes filled with sludge. You know, sludge is another word for junk stuff, crappy stuff, you know what I mean? And it doesn't function normally if it's filled with it, okay? This sludge also becomes a breeding ground for all sorts of infection, okay? And you need to understand that this is how important our gallbladder is. In fact, this sludge, again, can produce poisons called neurotoxins. Bet you didn't know that before, right? And you know, neurotoxins, just the word is scary. Toxin and then neuro for the brain, okay? So these neurotoxins will, not, you know, might, they will make you sick, okay? And so, you know, you need your gallbladder because the liver can't make bile fast enough to absorb all the fat that you need to keep healthy. That's why it's a storage tank. You know, the liver's making bile. Okay, when we're sleeping, it's making bile, and it's got it in the storage tank. And when you start eating your diet, whatever you're eating, guess what gets pumped in? The bile to help break down the food so the nutrients can go through our body. Okay, but like it says here, the liver can only make bile, say at 10 miles an hour. But when we're eating, and some of us eat really fast, okay, Filipinos do, okay, we're going at 40, 50 miles an hour. And so the liver cannot keep up with all the food that we're digesting at one time. That's where the gallbladder comes in. It pumps in that extra bile to help digest all that food. And hopefully it is good food, okay? That's the hope right now, okay? Sometimes when people have gallbladder issues, you know, they go to the doctor and the doctor says, oh yeah, your gallbladder is no good, it's not functioning correctly. We're gonna have to do surgery and take it out. But see here, you need to understand this. The key is to clean your gallbladder, not take it out. I mean, if God meant us to take out organs when they're not working, no, we'd have a lot of heartless people walking around because a lot of them have no heart, okay? Lungs, liver, kidneys, a lot of them are not functioning. And if the doctors had their way, they go say, hey, let's just take it out. You know, you'll be a walking donor, okay? If, however, you've already had your gallbladder removed, then you're going to have to take bile supplements for the rest of your life. I'm not kidding. Here's an example of what bile, they call it ox bile supplements. And that's what you need. It kind of works like digestive enzymes, okay? It helps break things down, all right? So, again, if you still have your gallbladder and it's not functioning correctly, you need to clean it. Oh, great. Thanks for the information. How do I clean it? I'm glad you asked, all right? But now, understand first of all, okay, that when it comes to detoxifying the gallbladder, which is key for a healthy maintenance program. You're gonna, when you start detoxifying it, you're gonna get some stuff coming out of you that you're gonna say, where'd that come from? See all this green, pistachio colored things? Those are aliens, okay? They've invaded your body, and yes, you are a host to aliens. They're actually gallstones. You've heard of gallstones before, right? Gallstones come from where? The gallbladder, all right? I'm not talking kidney stones. Kidney stones are totally different, and I'm not talking about kidneys today. I'm talking about gallbladder. And this is the stuff that comes out of you when you detoxify and cleanse your gallbladder. If your gallbladder is not functioning correctly, you got a lot of that sludge inside there, guess what? Your liver is not functioning correctly also, and the rest of your body is not functioning because why? The bile is not getting to your stomach to break down the food that you're eating. And you're not getting any nutrients. Ever wonder why you're so weak and fatigued and tired and feeling sickly? Now, you notice the quarter here, okay? This is not what it's worth. The quarter's there to show you how big some of these gallstones can be. And they can be pretty big, you know. Lucky they don't have to go to your urethra like kidney stones. But they are existing in your body if you've been eating all this junk stuff, and I'll get into that shortly, and you've been contaminating your liver and your gallbladder, all right? Scary, yeah? I mean, wow. There's a lady, an independent physician, a research physician, that her name is Hulda Clark, okay? And she did her own studies on how to actually cleanse the gallbladder and the liver as well. And here, you know, she says that you actually have to start killing parasites in your body first before you start a cleanse, any type of cleanse. And you're going to say, okay, well, what do I do to cleanse parasites? You know, you get a parasite eater. You know, you go to the aquarium, to the pet shop, and they got those little sucker fish that cleans up all the parasites in your aquarium. No, that's not it. You get diatomaceous earth. Okay, we found out that diatomaceous earth of food quality, or what did they call it, Lisa? Food quality, food grade diatomaceous earth, and you take that religiously, once a day, twice a day. There's no taste to it. Mix it with water, drink it, chase it with something that you like to drink, something that's healthy, no soda, okay? And that you start killing the parasite. And they say 3 weeks. She says 3 weeks, because believe it or not, we all have parasites. Especially if you have pets, you have parasites, okay? And don't be Egyptian, okay? Being in denial. You do have them, okay? If you are in a maintenance program, a maintenance parasite program, good. You're ready to start. After at least 3 weeks, you can start to do the cleanse. And again, she recommends doing a kidney cleanse before doing a liver cleanse. And you know, sadly, I'm talking about liver first. I'll talk about kidney next time. But what she says is choose a day that, you know, you're not going to be working the following day. So if you're off on a Sunday, do your cleanse on a Saturday, because you're going to need time throughout your sleep schedule and the following day to do the protocol and to rest, so that all these gallstones, you saw those green little puppies, those aliens, they can actually come out of your body, okay? Take no pills, no vitamins, okay, before doing this cleanse. That would, again, that could potentially prevent your protocol, okay? Stop the parasite program, okay? You know, stop taking diatomaceous earth, because when you're going to do the cleanse, you stop everything. You're going to actually limit what you're going to be taking in as far as consumption of food and beverages and whatnot, okay? Ingredients: Epsom salt. Yes, you heard me. Epsom salt, 4 tablespoons, okay? Olive oil, a half cup of light olive oil. Light because it's easier to go down. You like the heavy stuff. You want the thick olive oil, the triple virgin one. Okay, go ahead, go right ahead. But those are, again, what you need. Here it mentions fresh pink grapefruit. You can use a grapefruit. You can use lemon. Okay, If you're Filipino, you can use calamansi, but something that's citrus, because the citrus is what makes the difference here, okay? And you are gonna squeeze your citrus, your fruit, into a half cup you're making a half cup of juice, okay? And then it says here, you can substitute a lemon, okay, right? Adding water or sweetener to make it a half cup liquid, okay? So you're getting 1 to 2 grapefruits or maybe 3 to 4 lemons. Okay, you really want to get pure juice as much as possible. Adding some water just to help get it to the half cup is fine, okay? Now, next thing is this ornithine, okay? And I didn't know what that was. I had to look it up. I had to ask my wife, She says it's a type of amino acid that athletes take. This will help you sleep, okay, this amino acid. You're going to take it from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., okay? Again, just to guarantee that you can sleep, because when you do this gallbladder cleanse, you're going to be in bed, you're going to be lying down, and resting when you're sleeping is when it all happens. All imagine. It's not like you can stay up and look and say, hey, you guys working down there? No, it doesn't work that way, okay? You can't check up on your gallbladder. Your gallbladder is actually going to say, go to sleep, I'll take care of business. You have some nice dreams, and I'll be doing the work here. So with that, put it into a pint jar with a lid, okay? And shake it all up, all right? And down here it mentions black walnut tincture, okay, or any strength, and 2 freeze-dried capsules. You're gonna put some of that in. The tincture is again there too. What was that for again, Lisa? The black walnut?
Black walnut, parasite.
Oh, that's for the parasite cleanse. If you don't want to use diatomaceous earth, black walnut tincture is what you would use.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't taste that great. So
go with the diatomaceous earth.
Yeah.
There's no taste, all right? All right, with that, there's no breakfast. No fat during your breakfast, okay? And no fat during your lunch. You can have cooked cereal, fruit juice, bread, preserves, and sweetening, but no butter and milk, no dairy products, okay? It's kind of strict because you're cleansing your gallbladder, okay? Limit the amount you eat to a minimum. In fact, if you can actually just go and fast, intermittent fast, even better, you know what I mean? The earlier you stop eating, the better your results will be. So if you just fast that day, you'll get good results, okay? So stopping the fat and protein the night before even gets you better results. I mean, so it's really all about what we eat. And if we want to clean out these organs, we need to actually abstain from eating. Not need to, but you want to abstain from eating so that you get the best results. Remember, you don't want to do this all the time. You want to do this as, minimally as possible, and yet get the effects or the results that you want, okay? So it starts off at 2 p.m., okay? Remember, you didn't eat the night before, you're not eating breakfast, you say you're nibbling on lunch, you're hungry, you can't handle it, okay, you're weak. Do not eat or drink after 2 p.m. If you break this rule, again, you're just messing up the whole plan, okay? Get your Epsom salt ready. Mix 4 tablespoons of Epsom salt in 3 cups of water, again, and pour it into this safe jar, okay? You're gonna actually only be drinking 3/4 of a cup, not the entire 3 cups of water, okay? The salt and the water, it's gonna be salty, okay? You wanna put it in a refrigerator because it's easy to drink when it's cold, okay? And when you do this, you're gonna be drinking at 6 p.m., your first serving, okay? 3/4 cup of Epsom salt with ice cold water. And then, let's see, you add 1/8 teaspoon of vitamin C powder to improve the taste in that water if you want, with the salt, okay? Again, you just try to make it more palatable so you can say, okay, I can drink this. Not everybody's used to drinking salt water, unless you were a surfer and you wipe out and you end up drinking water anyway when you're underwater, okay? But it's never fun, okay? Never fun. All right. Get the olive oil and your citrus out, okay, and ready to warm up. Because by 8 p.m., 2 hours later, you're drinking the second 3/4 cup of Epsom salt, water, and say vitamin C, okay? If you haven't eaten anything since 2 o'clock, you won't feel hungry, okay? Believe me, drinking this stuff will kind of get you full. Get your bedtime chores done. Again, and timing is critical for success, as Dr. Hulda says, because now at 9:45 p.m., you're going to be pouring a 1/2 cup of olive oil into that pint jar, okay? Remember that you got that citrus inside there, okay? Squeeze the citrus into by your hand into the measuring cup. Remove the pulp with your fork. The pulp, you know the pulp. I don't know. I kind of like pulp, you know, but maybe there might be a reason she's saying that. Okay, you should have at least 1/2 cup to drink of the olive oil and the citrus. Okay, now close the jar tightly. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Because the idea here is to make that olive oil a little bit more watery with the citrus juice inside there, okay? When you take it, now visit the bathroom 1 or more times, even if it makes you late for your 10 o'clock drink. See, 9:45 you're doing all this. 10 o'clock is going to be your first, second, third drink, all right? This is the plan. You want to clean your gallbladder? This is the plan, all right? At 10 o'clock, drink the potion that you've mixed, okay? And if you take the amino acid to help you sleep, take it. Take the 4 ornithine capsules, okay? Just to help you, the amino acids break it down. And then take sips. Take your first sips to make sure you will sleep during the night, okay? That's that. Take 8 if you already suffer from insomnia. In other words, you gotta sleep, okay? That's the main thing. And if you are not having any problem sleeping, you had a long day, you've been working, whatever, no, don't even worry about ornithine, okay? Now, get a large straw and start to drink that mixture. It says here, you may use salad dressing, cinnamon, or straight sweetener to chase it down between sips. I'm talking about the citrus and the olive oil. That's what you're going to be sipping on. And Dr. Hulda is saying, hey, look, we know it's you're not used to drinking olive oil, but if you want to add, you know, some salad dressing or some cinnamon or some sweetener, go ahead, make it palatable. You know, the more you like, the more it's not so repulsive, the more you'll keep sipping and drinking it. All right. Now the idea is that you get it down within 5 minutes, 15 minutes if you're very elderly or weak. Like I told my wife, 30 minutes because she's both elderly and weak. I'm only kidding. Okay, after you drink it, all, lie down immediately. Yeah, this is not a time to go gallivanting, walking with your phone on, talking to everybody. You gotta go and lay down, okay? Be ready for bed ahead of time. Don't even clean the kitchen. Once you drink it, lay down, okay? Get your head on your pillow and get ready for, lullaby, biddy bye time, right? Try to think about what is happening in the liver and your gallbladder, okay? Just think, oh man, all that stuff I drank, it's actually going to purify and cleanse it, okay? Try to keep perfectly still for 20 minutes, okay? Don't go tossing around, all right? No bedtime activities, okay, for you non-sleepers, okay? You may feel a train of stones traveling along the bile ducts like marbles. Remember those green aliens I showed you earlier? Those are those marbles that'll be coming down your bile ducts. When you're lying down, you'll feel them moving. With the olive oil and the citrus and whatever sweeteners you take, it's going to be pushing it out, okay? There is no pain because the bile ducts valves are open. Thank you, Epsom salt. That's why you had to do the Epsom salt prior to. It gets it all prepped up, nice and open for everything to come flushing through. Bold type print. Go to sleep. You may fail to get the stones out if you don't. Do you hear that? If you don't sleep, the stones won't come out. So sleep, okay? For crying out loud, sleep. All right? Next morning, upon awakening, take your third dose of Epsom salt. So this is your That's the third dose or fourth dose? Should be the fourth, right?
I think it's
Oh no, it's the third.
third.
6, 8, and then now this one. Okay, yeah. So next morning is your third dose of Epsom salt. Okay. When you drink it, go back to bed. Don't take this potion before 6 a.m. In other words, give your body a time for it to process, and by 6 a.m., go ahead and take the Epsom salt and the water and vitamin C solution. Okay, 3/4 cup, not too much. Just down it. Okay, especially if you alcohol drinkers. You drink vodka straight up or tequila. Hey, this is no problem. All right, no alcohol. Okay. 2 hours later, after taking your Epsom salt dosage, okay, you're going to take your fourth and last dose of Epsom salt. Go back to bed. Remember, I said the day after you start this protocol, you want to be totally free from doing anything. No plans, no parties, no picnics, nothing. Stay in bed, okay? After 2 or more hours, then you can start eating, okay? Start with fruit juice, start off slow. Half an hour later, eat the fruit. 1 hour later, you may start to eat regular food. But keep it light, okay? You don't need to repollute the body, and you've got to eat good stuff, which is actually key, okay? So, by doing this, now you know that you've done the protocol correctly. You've given your gallbladder and liver a chance to actually eat and to cleanse. And this, by doing this now, you're giving your body the best restart, okay, that it could ever get. Here, this is again, all that is from an excerpt from Dr. Hulda Clark's book, A Cure for All Diseases. This is her. This is her, again, all that she's about. Sadly, she did pass away, and her children have gone on to share this because she wanted to share this with the world. This is her contribution to the world. So again, thank you, Dr. Hulda Clark. You again are amazing. So that's your gallbladder, okay? Now we move to the liver, okay? The liver. The liver is in charge of three things, but these are the three most important things. Processing your digested food so that it can be used by your body, okay, to make new cells and to keep things working. Did you hear that? It makes new cells. This is where where your body that has chronic disease is crying out for new cells to take over the old damaged ones so that it won't be so chronic anymore. All right? The second thing is that it gets the toxic things out of your body. Now you got to remember, toxins are coming in every way possible, even ways we don't realize. We're breathing in toxins. It's going through our skin. We're drinking it. We're eating it. Oh, believe me. Now, I think even when it comes to the Wi-Fi and the airwaves, toxins are coming into our body. We are being damaged in so many ways that detoxifying is not a should I do it, it's a when should I do it or how often I should do it. Because detoxification is actually more mandatory now than ever before because there's more toxins in the world today than there was before. And every day they're creating hundreds of more toxins. You need to understand, okay? This program that we're on is not about just getting our body right. It's about getting our temple right so that we can worship the Lord. Because the one that's trying to destroy this temple is Satan himself. And all these toxins are coming out of his factories, his laboratories, his scientists. Oh yeah. He's got a full-on army staff to do all these things just so they can get to us. Okay, so understand that on the spiritual level, this is a battle that is, again, not just for our minds, our souls, but our bodies as well. Okay. The third thing that the liver is in charge of is controlling the immune system so you can keep infections under control. This is how important your liver is, because your immune system is controlled by it. All right. And you know that with all the snake bites and jabs that the world has been demanding, forcing upon people, all of that is to what? To hamper and destroy the immune system so that infections will come in and take us out of the picture. Either get us so sick that we have to go to the hospital, then the hospital will finish us off. Okay? They're in cahoots with one another. Okay? Should I say all hospitals? You know what? I'm not going to go there. I'm sure there are a few that are actually very, very loving and caring, but that's like maybe not even that many in my hand. Okay? And we're talking thousands of hospitals. All right? If your liver is sick, you lose the processes, all of this, and that will result in chronic disease. Okay? Did you hear that? If your liver is not operating the way it should be, chronic disease is the result. Okay? Now your liver, okay, is very complex. It contains 35,000 square meters. Yes, you heard me, square meters. Okay? About 7 football fields. Notice the picture in the background. That's just one. Okay? Of membrane surface used to accomplish the filtering and cleansing, okay, of the things that you're putting in your body. These membranes are made of fat. Okay? And Alan, can you pass me a napkin right there by your desk? Yeah, thank you, Alan. Now, check this out. You're thinking, wait, how can I have 35,000 square meters of membrane surface in my body? Okay? Well, you got to remember that the liver is made up of many sheets of filters in a sense. Okay? These membranes, and you fold them up, and this is what they're talking about, that the liver is so complex and wonderfully made by God that it's there to filter out as much as possible. But it can only do, 35,000 square meters worth of work. And you're thinking, oh, Josh, I'll never eat that much food. Come on. You know how much you eat in one meal a day? Okay, and that's only one meal. If you eat 3 meals a day, that's only one day. Multiply that by 365 days. That's 1 year. How old are you now? If you're old like me, 60-something years, guess what? That's a lot of days times 3 meals a day. Yes, you can eat over 35,000 square meters of membrane surface. Okay, keep that in mind. Sounds like a lot. It is, but yet the adversary has a plan. Okay. If you don't eat enough fat of the proper kind, and remember last week I talked about the good fats, I just mentioned it earlier, okay? Or if you eat fats that have been processed so that they're similar to plastic, these membranes will not work properly. These so-called plastic fats are called partially hydrogenated fats, also known as canola oil. Okay, if you're cooking with canola oil, guess what? You're putting that plastic fat right into you directly. Okay? Seriously. Plastic fats.
There's no such plant called canola. So you're familiar with
Yeah.
what it is.
Canola oil comes from the rapeseed plant. And the rapeseed plant is very, very cost efficient, very easy to grow. Bugs don't like it. They don't attack it because it's that bad. Again, it's an oil used for machinery, okay? These so-called partially hydrogenated fats is what's killing our liver, okay? Oh, gosh. You ever have a colander, a screen, say for your coffee, your coffee grounds, those small little screens, okay? And then if you mash something inside there that wasn't intended to be mashed in there, it clogs the little holes. The membrane becomes clogged. It now becomes impaired with all this plastic fat or canola. And now it cannot filter and do what it's called to do, like making bile. Okay? That's what it's supposed to do. And now you're going to have issues. Okay? When the liver gets clogged up with debris because the membranes are made of plastic, then it's going to try to clean itself up and wash itself up. And how does it actually clean itself? It uses cholesterol. Whoa, wait a minute. I thought cholesterol was bad for you. Too much of it might be, but you know what? If you have high cholesterol, check this out. A high cholesterol level means your liver is trying to clean itself, much like you would clean a filter in your air conditioner. Okay? Cholesterol is a cleansing agent for the liver. And if you stop taking, or you stop to impede the cholesterol that your body's making to clean your liver, guess what? You're sabotaging your liver. A high cholesterol level also means that you have inadequate hormones, again, made from cholesterol. And the reason why is that your liver is sick. See this on the right here? Doesn't that look sick? This is healthy over here on the left. This is this is not healthy. This is very bad. Okay? The liver is trying to give you the raw materials to make the correct hormones. And the cholesterol is there trying to clean the liver so you can get all those good, pure hormones that comes from pure, good fats. You see the plan here? You see how one is connected to the other? But if your doctor is prescribing you medication, okay, pharmaceutical drugs, statins for your high cholesterol, guess what? You're sabotaging your body's pre-planned, God-ordained cleansing process. Nobody's ever died from high cholesterol. The body has high cholesterol for a reason, because of all the stuff we've been putting in our bodies year after year after year. And you know what? It's not easy to clean these plastic fats, but it can be done. The only thing is that you need to give your liver a chance to clean it. Because what if you clean, 2 layers, but then you eat 4 more layers of canola oil, okay? Then you clean another 2, but you put another 6 layers of, you're in a losing battle, okay? If you interfere with the liver healing process using pharmaceutical drugs, or continue to give your body plastic fats, you know what plastic fats are, right? Partially hydrogenated oil or fats or canola oil, then you are condemned. And when I say condemned, that means you lost. You're condemned to chronic diseases of all types. Chronic diseases will attack your weakest part of your body, and then the next weakest, and then the next weakest. If you have inflammation, you're going to have chronic inflammation. If you have diabetes, guess what? It's going to get worse. If you have kidney issues, okay, guess what? It's going to get worse, okay? This is how important it is to clean your liver and keep it clean, okay? Now, there are 8 warning signs of an unhealthy liver, okay? 8 of them, at least 8. Yellow skin, okay? The liver is responsible for breaking down hemoglobin. Remember, that's the blood cells that die, okay? These red blood cells have, again, outlived their utility and are filtered out by the liver and broken down. Again, if you drink a lot of alcohol, and I shared this story before, I went to go to a hospital because they needed a pastor to pray over a person that was dying from alcohol poisoning. He drank too much. He was all yellow. Even his eyes, the whites of his eyes were yellow. Okay? Yellow skin. First telltale factor. Fatigue is the second thing to watch out for. The liver is the body's storehouse of energy, okay? And maintaining a healthy balance of glycogen to cater for every energy demand in case blood sugar levels start dipping, okay? If you're diabetic, even more worse because of blood sugar, okay? When the liver isn't able to perform these energy-giving jobs, your body's energy suffers and you end up feeling tired most of the time. So fatigue, keep that in mind. Weakness may sound like fatigue, okay? It's similar, but fatigue, how can I say that? Weakness involves energy creating function of the liver. Weaknesses might also be a sign of something else is going wrong in your body. So Fatigue is when your liver's not functioning correctly, but if you're also feeling weak, there might be a complication. Remember, when your liver's not working, a lot of organs aren't working like they should be. Okay? So keep in mind that you have to monitor yellow skin, fatigue, and weakness. Okay? Weakness is, again, could be a result of depletion of protein and stored fats. Poorly functioning liver can play havoc into the fat metabolism by not generating the quality of bile required to optimally emulsify or break down or liquefy the fats in your diet so it can be distributed in your body. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Okay? Fourth thing is your appetite will decrease. Oh, great, I'm going to lose weight. You know what? That ain't happening. If your liver's not functioning correctly, you will not lose weight. Okay? Even though you have a decrease in appetite. Keep in mind, okay, that these are symptoms that you need to look out for. Okay? Number 5, easy bruising and bleeding. You ever notice why you bleed so easily? Or if you just get into a little wrestling match with your spouse, and next thing you know, you get bruises on you, you know? Yeah, again, the liver has a very important function in producing numerous blood clotting factors, providing the first line of defense for the body against minor bruises and injuries. So if you bruise easily, you know something's not right in your body because your body's telling you, hey, guess what, man? You never bruised like this before, you know? Crazy. Makes you feel like a banana. They bruise so easy, you know? With chronic liver disease and certain hereditary genetic conditions, even minor blunt injuries can cause large bruises. Even small cuts may keep bleeding despite application of adequate pressure. Remember what they say, when you get cut, put pressure on there. Okay, 5 minutes later, it's still squirting out. Oh, you know something's wrong. You know something's wrong. Okay, so keep that in mind. Watch out for easy bruising and bleeding. Number 6, only happens to 10 to 15% of adults. Okay, it's called spider veins. Okay, yeah, you have spiders in your body. Not only green and little aliens called gallstones, but spiders. These spider veins, or spider nevis, is a type of swollen blood vessel found beneath the skin. They typically look like the central red spot with wavy red lines radiating outwards from the red spot, giving the appearance of a spider web. Okay? This again primarily occurs because of an increased circulation of estrogen in the blood, which is not adequately metabolized. Hormones can cause havoc in your body. You know, if you got too much estrogen, men will develop women breasts or hips, you know. It's crazy, you know. Estrogen especially, you know, wreaks havoc. Why? Because the liver is not metabolizing the estrogen that's being pumped in your body. You need to watch out for that. So spider veins is another indicator. Itchy skin, okay, also known as cholestatic pruritus. Say that 3 times fast. Itchy skin occurs because of a blockage or a slowed flow of bile. Here we go with bile again. Okay? It's a common symptom of liver disease. Bile is produced by liver cells and then flows into the intestines via bile ducts, those little tubes, okay? A blockage at any site in this route causes bile to stagnate, causing a backflow and pumping the excess bilirubin back into the bloodstream. That increases the amount of it beneath the skin, and now you start to get itchy because bile has gone back into your bloodstream and is going all over your body, into your skin. Remember, skin's the biggest organ we have, and our skin requires blood. So guess what? Itchy skin could be a potential indicator of liver disease. All right? That itching typically occurs in the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. Okay, so watch your palms, watch your bottom of your feet. You know, if they're getting itchy down there, boy, there might be a sign of trouble. Okay. The last thing is something I believe that a lot of people have but don't realize they do. Okay. Altered brain function. Why is that? Is Jesus Lord of your life? If not, you have altered brain function. Altered brain functions can occur in those suffering from a chronic liver disease. It may be as minor as forgetfulness or as grave as going into a coma. Oh, talk about minor to major. Forgetfulness. I might have liver disease. I'm so forgetful now. Jeez. One of the liver's main functions is to remove toxins from the blood. And when it doesn't adequately do that, toxins can accumulate in the blood, which can cause a change in brain function. Okay. Any stressful event, again, such as consumption of a large quantity of protein, a fever, electrolyte abnormalities, infections, even renal problems, that's kidney, okay, renal problems or kidney issues, act as a triggering factor to cause altered brain functions. So other parts of the body that are acting up can also give you a brain circumstance or situation that may not be healthy for you, okay? These are, again, indicators of an unhealthy liver, all right? So what are we supposed to do? We need to detox our liver as well. We talked about detoxing the gallbladder earlier. We got to detox the liver. Why? Because the liver requires nutrients, okay? B vitamins, folic acid, glutathione, antioxidants, milk thistle. Milk thistle. I never heard of that, okay? Carotenoids, vitamin E, vitamin C, okay? Those are required nutrients. Guess what? You also need amino acids, cruciferous vegetables, okay, which is like garlic, onions, broccoli, okay? These are the things that we need. What's on the toxic list? Right down here. Metabolic end products, microorganisms, contaminants, pollutants, insecticides, pesticides, food additives, drugs, alcohol, plastic, partially hydrogenated fats, and canola oil, okay? Those are all toxic to our body, especially our liver, okay? Why do we need to detox? Well, guess what? If your liver is healthy, and then now it's getting bad because of all the stuff you've been putting in, and they call this NAFLD, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. When your liver starts to get sick, doctors call it a fatty liver. Okay, not because, you know, they're getting big and plump. It's because of what's surrounding it. What surrounds your healthy liver is the kind of stuff that we're eating. And this, yet it's reversible at this stage. Okay, don't give up yet. When you realize your liver is sick, you can do what it takes to make it healthy again. It's reversible. See the sign? Reversible. But if you ignore it and you compound it, say you're an alcoholic, you love to drink. Now it goes into the irreversible category of cirrhosis. Cirrhosis of the liver, if you ever hear that term, it's like a death sentence. Okay? It's not good news because it's irreversible. In other words, if your liver is dying, guess what also dies? All of you dies. You cannot live without your liver. Cannot. There are some signs, again, that you need to detox, a little different from the earlier ones, that of an unhealthy liver. A bloated abdomen, unexplained weight gain, issues with digesting fat, acid reflux. Some of you guys got acid reflux. Excessive sweating, acne. I thought that was only limited to teenagers. Guess what? Adults can get it too. Moodiness, anxiety and anger, cravings, especially for sugar. Shocks. I'm always wanting candy. Gallbladder issues, okay? Gallbladder issues and insomnia. If you can't sleep, you got something going on there. You gotta realize that your body is telling you something, okay?
In the chat, they were talking a lot about Marvel sharing about the dietitian's herb and how that's a good way to get rid of the parasites in the liver.
Yes.
First, so
Yeah.
absorb better.
In your body, parasites.
Sharing her testimony.
Yeah, parasite protocols. So some simple habits to keep your liver healthy. Avoid alcohol. You know, I know you guys probably pound the case of beer after working hard in the construction site. But you know what? There's going to come a time in your life when your body's going to say, look, enough with the alcohol. I mean, albeit beer is really a watered down version, but it's still alcohol. Then if you do the hard alcohols, oh my gosh, even worse, you know. And if you mix your alcohols, gosh, if you can stop it for a while just to give your liver a chance to get healthy again, then maybe, you know, you'll see the benefits, okay? But not only alcohol, pharmaceutical drugs and medications may not be the easiest things for the liver to break down. In fact, sometimes the liver doesn't know what to do with it, okay? The way they make pharmaceutical drugs nowadays, they're putting things inside there to say, hey, liver, try cleaning me. Ha ha, you cannot. The liver says, I don't know what to do with you. And you're thinking, but don't I need the pharmaceutical medication? Well, they're all petroleum-based, and guess what? There are alternatives to petroleum-based pharmaceutical medications that your petroleum-based doctors that are trained in these factories that deals with these pharmaceuticals work in. Come on. If you work in a water filter company, guess what you're selling? Water. Okay? If you're in the health industry, guess what you're selling? Pharmaceuticals. That's the industry. All right? Now, to keep your liver healthy, you need to flush it out. No ifs, ands, or buts. You got to flush it out. Most people today do not consume enough water, first of all. But
They're
if,
still talking about that in the chat.
oh yeah?
Yeah, the water.
If you do drink water, and don't get me wrong here, you're going to say, oh, well, I put a flavoring with my water. It's still water, right? No, you're changing the composition of it now. We're talking just water. You want to flavor the water? Put lemon inside of there. Anything citric, especially lemon, calamansi, oranges, grapefruit, okay? Lemon and all citrus fruits contains vitamin C, okay? And minerals that boost bodily functions and enhance the cleaning process. Haven't you noticed there's some soaps out there in that you can buy that says orange soap because orange is a good cleaning agent, or lemon is enhanced for cleaning. If you clean your hands after working with fish and you use lemon, guess what? It's clean. Citric fruits, clean. They have a good cleaning process and your liver needs all that it can. I mean, if you want to drink Dawn soap, go right ahead. That'll probably clean it out too. But who wants to drink Dawn soap? Go with the citrus fruits, all right, guys? Because Dawn soap breaks down oils. Okay, you saw that commercial with the ducks covered in oil from the Valdez oil spill, and the blue Dawn soap cleans up the duck. Yeah, try drinking that though. Good luck. Flushing your liver is like giving your body a good pre-wash, so your blood stays at an optimal pH level. Whoa. Flushing your liver is a good pre-wash for your blood. And life is in the blood. You know that, right? God said, you know, I demand blood. You know what? He demands life. Okay? You're going to make a sacrifice. Guess what he wants on the altar? Blood. When Jesus had to sacrifice himself, what did he have to give up? His blood. Blood. Life is in the blood. Okay? Eating healthy carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Again, I talked about that last week. Touched on it earlier. You gotta eat the good foods, guys. Good foods. Healthy foods. And don't think going to the restaurants is gonna give you that. Lisa and I went out with the Pagbas. We went to eat some Thai food. Oh, it was so good. But you know what? Well, we don't know how they prepare it. I think it had MSG inside there. It tasted really good. And now I have some active gout going on right now because of the unknown substance in the food items that they serve. So I told Lisa, we want to eat Thai, we have to cook it ourselves. We want to eat Mexican, we got to cook it ourselves. We want to eat Italian, let's cook it ourselves. Because if you don't know what they're putting in at the restaurant, then you don't know what you're getting. You may be getting canola oil fried foods for all you know, right? So this is a warning. Again, I don't want to put people out of business like restaurants, but you know, unless they're going to advertise that they're using healthy cooking techniques and products, then you put yourself up at risk, you know. So I believe growing your own food and cooking your own food is the best thing you could possibly, the best of all worlds, okay? Another key to healthy liver is a regular sleep cycle. Okay? The human body has an amazing biological clock, and various functions occur in our body when we are sleeping. The most important of this is liver detoxification. Guess what? When you sleep, your liver is detoxifying, okay? And this happens during the hours of 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. most times, because God created us this way. So if you're working or you're up late at night and you're missing this 11 to 3 sleep period, I'm sorry, I've been losing a lot of sleep lately. Not insomnia, but just been up late working, planning and teaching. And guess what? I've been affecting my own sleep cycle. Not anymore. I'm going back to a regular cycle. Okay, and again, I need to. You need to too. If I'm going to do it, you guys can, because I'm weak. You're probably stronger than me. Okay, but I'm going to do it. So come on, guys, let's do it together, right? Periodic detoxification does wonders to our system, and by offloading the stress of the liver, now we give our liver a chance to heal and become more functional, more effective, okay? So keep that in mind, okay? What are the good foods to eat for your liver so you can start this program?
There we go.
Number one, my wife. This is her. She's a banana. She's a monkey. All I buy is apple banana. You know what? We should have bought stock in the apple banana business, because you know why? That's all she eats.
Or the reason
swear.
they call it baby banana.
Yeah, or baby banana. But banana is good. Ginger, believe it or not. Sweet potato, not your russet potatoes or your yellow golden potatoes. No, sweet potato, especially Okinawan. Best, okay? Turmeric, which is kind of like in the ginger family, okay? Turmeric. Here's that milk thistle. Who would know? Milk thistle. Dandelions. Yeah, I used to blow those puppies all the time. Now they're saying that you're supposed to take it. We'll see about that.
Yeah, you know what? Sorry to interrupt, but Ginger, TGS Source,
Yeah.
she just put up a video a few days ago of a dandelion salad. It looks so good. It was just all the yellow flowers.
Oh, yeah?
She grew them in her yard, you know, on purpose.
Wow.
And then she clipped off the tops, and it's just it's really good for you. And it's funny how we've been taught to just kill them all, right? Kill those weeds. But really, they're like super good.
So, okay, well, thank you, honey. Thank you, TGI Source.
TGS.
TGS Source.
Yeah.
Dandelion. Black seed oil. Don't know what that is. Hope they're not related to black rock, because they're not good. Okay. Raw vegetables. Vitamin E. Okay. Supplement. And liver. Who would think that liver is good for your liver? But you know what? This is just a general list. But let me give you a little bit more breakdown. Bananas are abundant in potassium. Sweet fruit boosts the natural cleansing function of your liver and gives you the necessary daily amount of potassium. The body actually cannot go without potassium unless you have renal failure. You know, you go to dialysis. They say you're not supposed to have that much potassium. You know, I like to know what their reasoning is behind that, but that's what they say. But bananas enhance digestion, and they support the elimination of toxins. So bananas, number one on the list, okay? Number two on the list is ginger. How many of you cook with ginger? This is some awesome stuff here, you know? The fiber in the ginger does wonders for the digestive tract and the overall detox process in the system, okay? Antioxidants strengthen immunity and prevents infection. That's already standard. One affects the other. So boil a couple of ginger slices and enjoy your ginger tea. Put some honey in there if the ginger is too strong for you. Honey is good for you as well. But ginger, okay? And we're not talking about TGS Source, right? Right, Lisa?
Yes, not that one.
That's a different ginger.
That
Okay.
actually means, I think that means that Ginger Source, to tell you to remember it.
Oh, TGS. Okay, the ginger. Okay. Number three, sweet potatoes. I mentioned that. Okinawan sweet potatoes, really one of the best potatoes you can get. Okay, it improves your cleaning function of your liver. Sweet potatoes can give you at least 700 milliliters of potassium, right? Potassium is good for you. And sweet potatoes will give you a healthy portion of magnesium. Magnesium is key also. Iron, vitamin B6, vitamin C, and vitamin D. Okay? The body needs so much nutrients, guys. Sweet potatoes. Turmeric. Now you got it in ground spices. If you love Indian food, guess what? Tell the cook, hey, throw on the turmeric. Because they love turmeric. And turmeric is a medicine, okay? One of the healthiest spices you'll ever eat. Strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. It soothes inflammation and digestive issues, okay? The more you can do turmeric, the better off you'll be. In fact, when you do the ginger tea, put turmeric inside. That's what I do. With my honey, ginger, I put apple cider vinegar also. Get that pH level up. Man, these are all detoxifiers, guys. Milk thistle. Honestly, I have no idea what milk thistle is, but I'm going to go to the health food store and look for it because it's number 5 on the list. Okay? Number 6 on the list, although it says number 1, I couldn't get it to change over because I had to use a new screen. But dandelion root, that's what Lisa was talking about it. It stimulates bile and soothes the gastrointestinal tract. Vitamins and minerals are in the dandelion root. Okay, oh, so not just the flower, you got to get the root. Go figure. Use dandelion to make a nice cup of tea. There you go. Drink that puppy. Okay? And I think they have that also at the health food store. Black seed oil. Okay? Not related to canola oil. Okay? Use black seed oil to improve your condition, protect your liver. The oil speeds up the healing process in patients diagnosed with fatty liver. Oh, did you hear that? Black seed oil. Okay, I guess this is where all lives matter, not just black lives. Black seed oil, okay? For all lives that matter. All right?
Black oil matters.
Okay, number 8. Raw veggies. Raw, you heard me. Fresh vegetables are always a nice option. Eat more kale. Blah! I don't like kale. You guys say you like kale? Good for you guys. I'll do the cabbage, I'll do the beets, I'll do the celery, I'll do the broccoli. Keep the kale away from me. All right?
The baby spinach is a good substitute.
Baby spinach is a good substitute, okay? Lemon, ginger, and turmeric will make your vegetable juices taste even better. So if you're processing, making vegetable juice out of these guys, guess what? Lemon, ginger, turmeric, honey. All right? Isaac, you too, right? Remember now.
I made you the tea with the turmeric from Marvel.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Marvelly, for that turmeric. Alan gave us turmeric also. It's growing again, Alan.
Yeah.
My stuff is growing. Number 9 is vitamin E. Okay, now this is again something that you got to get. Vitamin E is you can get it as a supplement, or you can get mostly it's supplement. Yeah, babe. Vitamin E.
We have
Yeah.
some in the fridge. I take it.
Yeah. It's non-alcoholic. It'll deal with your non-alcoholic fat or liver disease. So vitamin E. Lastly is liver. Now this is interesting, okay? It says eat meats from healthy grass-fed cattle. So we're talking about beef liver, okay? Healthy. Because you know what liver does, right? It cleanses, it purifies, it's a filter. If you eat it from a sick cow, guess what you're eating? Sick cow liver. You want to put that inside you? No, no. Healthy, grass-fed cattle, okay? The only way to get all the right vitamins and minerals, again, comes from liver because it's rich in vitamin A and vitamins A and B, folic acid, iron, copper, and zinc. I'm taking copper and zinc supplements because we don't get enough copper and zinc. But if you're going to eat liver, guess what? You don't need to. But you got to get good liver, okay? So keep this in mind. Again, these are 10 things that you could start consuming. It doesn't end there though, okay? The liver detox diet grocery list actually says, hey look, you can eat the chicken and poultry, just take out the fat and the skin before cooking it. Eat these deep sea fish, again I mentioned this earlier, salmon, cod, mackerel, orange roughy, tuna, all vegetables, raw or lightly steamed. I didn't say boil. You know what steaming is, right? It's above the boiling water, okay? All grains include brown rice, millet, unrefined wheats, and grain cereals, oatmeal, shredded wheat, puffed brown wheat, and puffed corn. Again, watch out for the gluten if you're gluten sensitive, okay? Again, be careful. But those are the grains if you're a grain eater, okay? Eat eggs. Eggs are good. Hard, soft boiled, or poached. Do not use oil unless you're using, butter or even like olive oil or coconut oil. But eggs are good for you, believe it or not. Bread, whole grain or whole wheat. Got to be careful of the gluten again, all right? Made with low oil, low salt, and low sugar. Well, you know what? There's an argument about salt, okay? And I'm going to let our sister Mel, she's going to be doing a presentation on salt. So I don't want to take her thunder. But good salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt, it's actually good for the body. The body needs salt. Electrolytes. Remember, we're electrical creatures, okay? Number 7 is pasta. Again, got to be careful about that because what are you talking about? Whole wheat pasta, spinach pasta, artichoke pasta. Got to watch for the gluten, okay, in the pasta. If you can gluten-free, if you're sensitive, that's what Lisa does. She eats gluten-free. Not the best pasta in the world, but you know what? It's gluten-free, okay.
Well, the cauliflower rice is pretty good.
Cauliflower rice. Yeah, I know. We eat cauliflower pizza too, Not too happy, but yeah. Any spice is also good, except iodized salt, and I have to go agree with them. Iodized salt is the worst. There's silica inside there. It'll scar up your innards when you eat this iodized salt. Stay away from that Morton's iodized salt or whatever brand. Do not do that. Use Himalayan salt or sea salt, okay? And it says here not to use black pepper. I have questions about that because black pepper is a spice and I actually like it. So I put it in yellow as questionable, okay? Supplemental foods, okay? All fruits, up to 2 a day, okay? Now remember, fruits have sugars. If you're also diabetic, you gotta watch your sugar intake. So be careful about the fruits. Honey, up to 1 teaspoon a day. You can do more than that. Okay, honey. Here's something that's in yellow because to me it's questionable. Popcorn. It says here, hot air type. Notice it doesn't say microwavable. Microwavable popcorn is the worst. You got microwavable popcorn, hey, give it to your enemies, okay? You'll be doing them a favor and yourself as well, okay? That's not very godly. Love your enemies. Throw it away, okay? Throw it away, okay? But it says that you can eat as much as you want, the hot air popcorn. Honestly, corn was not really made for human consumption, believe it or not. I like my niblets, but Lisa says corn was actually made for animals, for food stock for animals, not for humans. So again, I put that in yellow. All right.
Yeah. Not many nutrients in it either.
Yeah.
You can tell too that the body's not made to digest it because it comes out like.
Yeah. Corn doesn't digest. Ever notice your poop? Say, what's all that yellow blots inside there? Corn, undigested, uneaten corn. Oh gosh, yeah, it's scary. Oh, and also, what is high fructose corn syrup made out of, Lisa?
Like moldy corn.
Moldy corn.
Yeah.
High fructose corn syrup. #1 enemy for humans today. You find it in sodas. You find it in almost every food item that tastes good because it's very sweet, but it's made out of moldy corn. Already that tells you corn may not be the best thing for you, although the Indians way back then, when they grow their maize, their golden maize, they swore to it. It was, I guess, natural, but I don't know. That's why it's kind of in the yellow, popcorn or corn, okay? Baked brown rice or whole wheat crackers, okay? Baked without oil. That's something that you could use as a supplement, okay? And salad dressings. Guess what? Gonna get some ranch dressing or some blue cheese. Yeah, all that creamy, rich stuff. Bap, that's not good for you. Lemon juice, water, spice to taste. You like to eat salads? Guess what? It's almost like you're gonna talk. I have to actually argue. If you use balsamic vinegar and olive oil, that's the best salad. And you know what? Remember I said you have to eat 20% of your body weight of good fats? Olive oil is one of them. And this one guy would pound a big bottle. He would finish a bottle in a week. A bottle of olive. He would drown his salad. And he would eat the salad, then drink the olive oil. And if you put that with balsamic vinegar, oh, it can't taste that bad now. Because the vinegar gives it flavor. But that's healthy. That's good fat. I bet you he has one very healthy liver. Okay? So salad dressings. And then, vinaigrettes, I guess, are pretty good. They're kind of light. So just be careful of the ones that have dairy inside of there. Okay? All right. Okay. Drinks. What can you drink? No alcohol, right? No soda. Definitely no soda. Water. They say 10 to 14 8-ounce glasses per day. Again, that all depends. You got to watch out for drinking too much water. That can be also unhealthy. Okay? But if you can drink alkaline water, if you have a machine, a Kangen machine, or something that increases the pH in the water, that's even better than just plain water. You definitely don't want to drink tap water if you live in the States, okay? Because you don't know what they put inside there, okay, in the States. Hawaii, not so bad, but guess what? When I say not so bad, they're still putting stuff in our water, and I don't trust the water companies nowadays.
Well, the military even admitted they dumped all that petroleum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
We don't want to go there. Okay, drinks. What else? Unsweetened natural fruit juices, to include apple, grapefruit, cranberry, orange juice. Unsweetened. Okay. In other words, no high fructose corn syrup. You want natural grape juice or whatever. Okay. Herbal teas. Okay. Herbal teas. You can actually. Dr. Jerry Tennant says not to even drink teas except for green tea. You can drink, green tea, hot or cold. That's actually good for you. Items to avoid. Okay, this is like the 10 Commandments. You know the 10 Commandments that Moses came down with? Okay? You shall worship the Lord your God, only him. Then he goes into the no's. In Hebrew, it's lo. Okay, lo means no. Okay? No this, no that, no, 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 no. The 10 Commandments was about no's. Here's your 10 Commandments. Actually, 12 of them. Okay? No red meats, pork or bacon. Okay? No artificial sweeteners or sugars. No soft drinks, coffee or black tea. Actually, like I said, you can extend the teas. No alcohol, beer or wine. No margarine, cooking oils, or shortening. You heard me, okay? No dairy products, which include milk, cheese, sour cream, cottage cheese, or yogurt, unless they're raw and not pasteurized. If you can get your hands on pasteurized milk, you are a wizard. I don't mean it in a bad sense. Because I said not pasteurized. Because the governments have made a mandate where all milk has to be pasteurized. Why? Because raw milk is one of the healthiest things you can drink. One of the healthiest things you can give your baby instead of baby formula. Okay? So, unpasteurized and raw dairy products are okay. But other than that, if you go to the stores, you're going to get everything that's pasteurized. So dairy products, no. No, 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 no. No white flour, no white breads, no salad dressings. I showed you why. No iodized salt. I don't know about the pepper. It's here now here. No olives and pickles. I'm kind of like, why? That's questionable. But here, no mustard, ketchup, or mayo. I can understand that. I love mustard, ketchup, and mayo. I'm doomed. My taste buds are gonna rebel. Okay? But when you do all of that, what happens? Your liver gets clean, and then now it begins to repair itself. Okay? The rest of the body can also begin to heal because your liver is healing. Do you understand how important the liver is? That the rest of the body cannot function correctly because the blood's not being cleansed in the proper way. You're not getting the bile to digest and get the nutrients. And so if your liver is not working, nothing's working. Remember when they say, if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy? Guess what? Mama is your liver. Okay? That's the root of it. All right? The liver will begin to supply the nutrients needed once it's healthy. It will begin to remove toxic chemicals. Remember? Pesticides, pharmaceuticals, insecticides, etc. And turn on the immune system to get rid of infections. Man, all of this because of the liver. So your initial efforts should be to clean up and repair your liver / gallbladder first. Okay. Dr. Hulda says do the kidneys first. Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. It normally takes, now listen to this, 8 to 16 weeks for the liver to replace itself with new cells. Did you hear me? In 2 to 4 months, you'll have a totally brand new liver. See? And the liver is the only organ that can actually replace itself. Only the liver. Hearts, kidneys, lungs, cannot. They live off the liver. If you get a good liver, then the other organs will work good. Okay? Alan, my phone is right over there if you can find it. Thanks, Alan. Sorry. A very important call. Oh, okay. Yes. 8 to 16 weeks, okay? Your liver will be clean. Got it? Okay, bye. I'm telling you, man, the word's getting out, okay? 8 to 16 weeks. The leading cause of death in the U.S. is reaction to pharmaceuticals. Did you know that? Just listen to the drug advertisements on TV and realize that all the drugs that you're taking have side effects, and you know that. And sometimes the side effects are more dangerous than the actual thing you're trying to cure. Like I said, the pharmaceutical companies, which is petroleum-based, have no healing drugs. They're just keeping you, tugging you along. You know what I mean? The carrot on top of the stick. They're just leading you on so they can keep getting money from you. If you can start reducing, okay, well here, your goal is to get off prescription drugs. Okay, that's your goal. But don't stop suddenly, because it might be, you cold turkey. Sometimes your body doesn't like it, and the body may have some bad reactions. The primary exception, though, is anti-cholesterol drugs. You should, now see, it's in red. I put it in red for a reason. You should stop them immediately. No questions asked. Why? Because they are all the anti-cholesterol drugs are toxic to the liver and prevents the liver from cleaning itself. Your cholesterol level will go back to normal as you clean your liver. Cholesterol, you need it. It's there to clean the liver. But if you take these statins, you are doing your body a disservice. You're doing your life a disservice. You're doing your liver a disservice. You're doing your family a disservice. So if you're taking anti-cholesterol drugs, stop it. Our friend who's a Christian doctor says, "Oh, Noble, your cholesterol is high." I took the blood exam. Let me prescribe for you. I said, no, I'm not taking it. I'm not. Nobody ever died from high cholesterol. And my cholesterol is high was why? It's trying to clean my liver because of 62 years of putting all this crap inside there. Okay? So hopefully in 2 to 4 months, I'll have a brand new liver if I eat good. So that's my goal. Give your liver the fat it needs to repair itself. Okay? Avocados, nuts, fat, cold water fishes, olive oil. To repair itself and correct, again, not just your liver, but your thyroid function. I'm going to talk about that down the road. Thyroids. Wow. To be healthy, you must stop eating anything that says partially hydrogenated or canola oil. I'm repeating myself so you remember this. Again, repetition is good. Stop eating, I hate to tell you guys this, fried foods and cheese in restaurants. What am I saying? No more French fries. No more pizza. Why? Because most of the cheeses that are in restaurants are made of partially hydrogenated oils. So that melted cheese, which is so good when they stretch, right? Oh my gosh, I love pizza. In addition, stop artificial sweeteners as aspartame, Splenda, saccharin, xylitol, and anything ending with OL. Because these artificial sweeteners are neurotoxins, and not just typical neurotoxins, they're severe neurotoxins. Okay? And guess what? Your body doesn't know what to do with it. It doesn't know what to deal or how to get rid of neurotoxins. It's like a parasite, and you're drinking diatomaceous earth and nothing's happening. It's that bad of a parasite where neurotoxins will affect you. And this is from sweeteners, and guess what? We are a sweet community. We want everything sweet. You know what? No, gotta stop. Guess what? MSG, which I think I got MSG poisoning from the five restaurant I went to last night, is also a neurotoxin. So my body's saying, oh shucks, what am I gonna do with this? So my bad. That was my bad. It was my call, but my bad. We're cooking now again, like I said. Other things to help your liver and your body. Okay, and I know this is gonna ring true for a lot of people, and a lot of people say, well, you pick it on me, Noble. No. Stop smoking. You know who I'm talking about. I love you. I'm not gonna say names. I love you. Stop smoking. Stop eating soy products. Guess what? Edamame. Okay? Soy milk. Tofu. That's a soy product. You thought tofu was good for you. Guess what? Soy products are not good for you. All with the exception of the fermented one. What's it called again? The one you eat, the soy, the natto. Natto is, I think, the only soybean product you can actually eat that's good for you. Okay? Natto, you're probably saying, what the heck did you say, Noble? For the local people, you guys know what natto is. For the mainlander, you're saying natto. He's got neurological damage. Okay?
Fermented soybeans.
It's fermented soybeans.
Not edamame.
Edamame is not fermented. Okay? Fermented soybean. And I mentioned this a while back. Any food that's fermented is actually good for you. Kimchi, pickles, sauerkraut, whatever you can pickle is good for you. Okay?
And also, organically grown tofu is okay in small amounts.
Organically grown tofu is okay in small amount.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What's a small amount? 1 cube. I like miso soup. And miso soup, they have that mixed already, and they got baby tofu inside there. It's, oh yeah.
Miso's fermented, so that's
The miso soup is good, but the tofu's not.
well, if you don't eat it every day, if you eat it like once.
Okay, I love my Japanese food. You guys heard that, okay? You want to take me out to dinner? You want to make me happy? You want to put a big smile on my face? Take me out to a Japanese restaurant, okay? All right. One more of the stops. Stop drinking, and I know for a lot of you, you're going to say, you're probably going to rebel. You're going to have a mutiny on this show. Stop drinking coffee, tea. Again, Dr. Tennant says green tea is okay. And stop drinking alcohol. Oh, talk about hard. But you know what? If you can abstain for a while, just to clean your liver, then I'm saying, okay, look, then maybe you can start drinking again. But give your liver a chance, okay? That's what we're here for. Dr. Tennant says, eat lots of raw milk, butter, and eggs. If they make you nauseated, that means your liver isn't making enough bile to absorb them. Oh, another indicator, okay? You will need to take ox bile and digestive enzymes with each meal until your liver can make bile on its own. Wow, did you know that? That if you eat certain foods and you get nauseated, you're not making enough bile. Your liver is not making enough bile. Your gallbladder is not storing enough of it, the good bile. You know you got issues. So gotta be careful about that, okay? You will be able to eat fats without trouble when you get your liver working again, okay? Eat things that don't have the toxins listed above. Try to vary your diet. 1/3 protein, 1/3 fat, that's the good fat, 1/3 carbohydrates, and I'm talking about fruits and vegetables, okay? Not pizza crust, okay? Or lasagna, okay? Not that kind of carbohydrates, okay? Because, that's just not good for you. Again, all of this information, not all, most of the information was from Dr. Jerry Tennant in his book, Healing is Voltage, okay? And then also from Hulda, again, Dr. Hulda Clark. And Lisa gave me this one website that talks about, her name is Dr. Julia Chang, and she is also one that promotes good health, natural health, okay? And she came up with these products. These are called the Chinese bitter tinctures, right here. Curcuma, Chinese bitters, GCC, which stands for gold coin grass, and Coptis. These are all tinctures And all of this she sells, you can buy one or the other or 4 as a set. But if you don't want to do the let's put it this way, your liver is okay, it's still functioning, but you don't want to do the full-on gallbladder protocol. If you take this regularly, it'll clean your gallbladder and liver. It's just maintenance.
It'll break down those bright green
It'll, you know those
sand.
bright green aliens next to the quarter? Yeah. This will break it down. Then your gallbladder will have room for good bile to come in, and your liver will love it too. Because anything bitter is good for you. You know, your mom ever tell you eat bitter melon? You know what I mean? Yeah, bitter melon tastes good compared to some of these puppies. But I gotta tell you, you're not taking a lot. You're just taking a small little dose of it. You know, maybe a teaspoon. But
You actually sampled some.
because Lisa gave me some today, and I didn't have anything to wash it down with. Oh, I was gagging because it's so bitter. It's just so bitter. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna keep on taking because it's good for you. It's maintenance, and you don't have to do the whole protocol I was telling you to do earlier. You know, the epsom salt with the water and this vitamin C, and then the olive oil with the citrus fruit. If you don't want to do any of that, do this, okay? And you can get this again at her website, Sensible Health, right here, Prime Health Products, okay? And if you need a link, Lisa will put a link up on the chat because again, this is maintenance stuff, okay? If you have liver disease or acute liver disease, this is not gonna work. I mean, this is not gonna help. You need to do the protocol. You know, that's the kind of drastic stuff you gotta do to start cleansing. But if your liver's okay and you wanna get it even better or healthier, not knowing if you got plastics inside you, you know, again, remember, we're being toxified by so many things. But if you wanna maintain and get to the next level of health, do this, okay? Those 4 bottles, I think in the US, it costs about $113, not including shipping.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. So it's like $25 a bottle. But you know what? When it comes to your health, especially your liver and your gallbladder, which is instrumental in keeping the other organs healthy, best $100 you can spend, okay? Never mind the cold pack beer, the packed cigarettes, the coffee, and all the other junk we've been putting inside ourselves, especially canola oil. And I just say that because I love you guys. You know, man, I want everybody to be in optimal health and working towards that goal. So with that, went a little long, but you know what? You guys are worth it. Hope you guys were able to stick it out because, you know, we love you here. We're here to support you and pray for you. Again, we're hitting this from all sides. You know, Satan's attacking us from all angles. We're going to do the same. We're going to pray for you. We're going to give you all the best godly information possible. Go into His Word. God's Word is immutable. It's again, flawless. It's healthy. God's Word is. And you know what? When we start praying, then we're exercising His power. We can pray for one another. Please pray for my wife, Lisa. Her feet and her neck is still acting up. I mean, poor thing. And I don't know what to do. I cannot do anything. But we're doing what we can. But we need God's intervention for her. And so I know a lot of you know her, love her. I mean, she's my wife. And thank you. I am requesting your prayer for her again. You know, forget about me, my God. That's my fault. It'll go away. You know, pray for Isaac. You know, he's still got his body healing from his you know, tragic injury. And most of you know the story. If you don't, our son who walks and talks like a duck used to be a quadriplegic. He was a slug that became a duck. Okay, so again, that's his story, and Lisa's writing a book on that. Keep your eye out for that. And you know, for anybody else, I mean, we've had prayer lists from our Hebrew class. I know there's a bunch of people we've been praying for, and you know, we're still praying for them. That's the only way we can help each other, is through doing what's right for our bodies, and then praying for one another, and then studying God's Word together as well, encouraging one another, so that when the time comes when we're faced with life-threatening situations, you know, if the government or the evil one says, renounce Christ or die. What are you going to do? You know, we can think about it now and say, I'm going to stick with Christ. But when you actually are at the point where you have the barrel pointed at you, the bullet ready to enter your brain or your heart, or the guillotine to come down and chop off your head, you know what? This is what fellowship's all about, you know? Because we encourage one another. We support one another. If one of us goes to the firing range, you know, the guillotine or whatever, then guess what? If one can do it, the next person can, and the next person. We should not be afraid of death, because God already told us that do not fear man who can only kill the body, but fear God who can kill the body and the soul. And if we're right with God, then guess what? He will give us a new body, which has no, again, chronic diseases, that's working perfectly, and a soul to worship Him, a spirit to, again, be in fellowship with Him and with other believers. If you think about that, man, that's the goal. But for now that we have this physical tent, let's do the best we can with this physical tent until we get our incorruptible body. And that's the body that we should be actually aiming for. Until then, though, let's work together. All right? So with that, let's close this in prayer. Father, you are the Almighty. You, again, are so unbelievable in how you created this thing called the liver and gallbladder, and how it affects all the organs in our body. We praise you and glorify you. You are the immutable one. You are the Ancient of Days, the Elder of Elders. Lord, thank you for being our sage, Lord. You are Yah, Jehovah. You are El Shaddai. We thank you. Father, be with my brothers and sisters out there that are watching this. And Lord, encourage them, Lord, to make those big steps. And I know they're big, in stopping the things that are bad and starting the things that are good, so that we can, Lord, renew and replenish our liver and gallbladder. Then we can see how our body reacts to that. All praise and glory and honor to you, Lord. May the people that have contributed to this study, Lord, give you glory. I'm not sure if they're believers or not, but Lord, the information is information that I'm sure comes from you. So may we take it and use it to, again, the best of our ability and to your glory. That our families will, again, rejoice because we'll be around longer, and that we can, Lord, share your word with all peoples. We pray this in Yeshua's mighty name, to the glory of the Father, by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. And we all say, amen and amen. Thank you guys. Again, love you all. Thanks for staying for the whole show. If not, then God bless you. Shalom from Lisa, from Isaac, and from Alan. Okay, guys. 1, 2, 3. Shalom, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.